Okay, so everyone says dragons are scary, right? Huge wings, sharp teeth, fire everywhere. Basically, your worst nightmare with scales. But what if I told you one awkward Viking kid found out dragons aren't monsters at all? In fact, one dragon is basically the world's biggest, scariest puppy. How to Train Your Dragon isn't just about fighting fire. It's about finding the coolest best friend you never knew you needed. When we think of DreamWorks, most people remember Shrek or Kung Fu Panda. But in 2010, something different soared into cinemas. A film that didn't just make kids laugh, but made audiences everywhere feel something deeper. That film was How to Train Your Dragon. Set in a Viking village constantly at war with dragons, the story introduces us to Hiccup, a skinny, awkward boy who never quite fit in. While everyone else sees dragons as enemies, Hiccup is different. He questions things. He wonders if these creatures are really the monsters people believe them to be. And then everything changes the moment he shoots down the most feared dragon of them all, the legendary Night Fury. But here's the twist. When he finds it trapped and helpless, he doesn't kill it. Instead, he does something no Viking would ever imagine. He sets it free. That single choice sparks one of the most unlikely friendships in animation history. The bond between Hiccup and Toothless isn't just heartwarming, it challenges the entire belief system of his village. This isn't just another kid's movie filled with jokes and bright colors. It's a coming-of-age story about courage, empathy, and breaking free from tradition. And honestly, that's why this film resonated with so many people, from children to adults. How to Train Your Dragon doesn't ask us to laugh at silly characters. It asks us to imagine a world where our worst fears might actually hold the key to something extraordinary. It's about discovering that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is to see with your own eyes instead of blindly following the crowd. At its core, How to Train Your Dragon tells the story of a boy caught between two worlds. On one side, there's his father, Stuart the Vast, the powerful chief of the Viking tribe, who believes strength and tradition are the only way to survive. On the other side, there's Hiccup himself, small, clumsy, and constantly reminded that he doesn't belong. When Hiccup secretly befriends Toothless, the Night Fury, everything shifts. Instead of fear, he discovers curiosity. Instead of hate, he learns trust. And through a series of secret meetings, Hiccup realizes that dragons aren't the mindless killing machines his people always thought. They have personalities, feelings, even a sense of loyalty. What makes the story powerful is that we, the audience, grow alongside Hiccup. We feel his struggle. Should he follow tradition and earn the respect of his tribe? Or should he risk everything to protect his new friend? Every moment with Toothless is a step deeper into a hidden world of wonder, learning how dragons fly, how they think, and how different they truly are from the legends told in Viking halls. And it's not just about a boy and his dragon. It's about what happens when one small voice dares to challenge generations of fear. That tension, the pull between courage and conformity, drives the heart of the film and keeps you glued to the story. One of the biggest strengths of How to Train Your Dragon is its visual storytelling. DreamWorks took a huge leap with animation here, especially the flying scenes. The first time Hiccup and Toothless take to the skies, it's not just a flight, it feels like freedom. The camera sweeps, the speed, the ocean below. It's the kind of scene that makes you hold your breath even after watching it countless times. Then there's Toothless. This dragon isn't just a sidekick, he's a character in his own right. With no dialogue, his personality shines through every movement, every playful glance, every protective growl. He's fierce but also goofy and loyal, almost like a mix between a cat and a dog. It's no wonder Toothless became one of the most beloved animated creatures of all time. And of course, the soundtrack. John Powell's score is legendary. The music doesn't just accompany the film, it elevates it. Tracks like Test Drive and Romantic Flight make the flying sequences unforgettable. It's no exaggeration to say the soundtrack turned great scenes into iconic ones. But what really sets this film apart is its heart. At the center, this is a story about empathy and courage. About seeing the truth when everyone else is blinded by fear. About a boy who redefines what it means to be strong, not through force, but through understanding. That's a message that hits just as hard for adults as it does for kids. When How to Train Your Dragon premiered in 2010, it didn't just entertain audiences, it launched an entire franchise. Critics praised its emotional depth, while audiences fell in love with the bond between Hiccup and Toothless. The film was even nominated for Academy Awards, including Best Animated Feature and Best Original Score, proving that DreamWorks could deliver not just comedy, but epic storytelling on par with Pixar. Its success sparked a trilogy. How to Train Your Dragon 2 arrived in 2014, raising the stakes with bigger battles and deeper emotions, while The Hidden World in 2019 gave the saga a heartfelt conclusion that left many fans in tears. Together, the trilogy is often considered one of the greatest animated series of all time. But the impact didn't stop with movies. The franchise expanded into spin-off TV series like Dragons Riders of Berk and Race to the Edge, giving fans a deeper look into the world of Vikings and dragons. Video games also followed, from console adventures to mobile titles, letting players experience the thrill of dragon riding firsthand. Even years later, the legacy of How to Train Your Dragon is alive and well. It's not just a film. It's a universe that shaped a generation of fans, blending heart, adventure, and unforgettable characters into a story that continues to soar beyond the big screen. In the end, How to Train Your Dragon isn't just about Vikings or fire-breathing beasts. It's about courage, empathy, and the kind of friendship that can change everything. That's why the bond between Hiccup and Toothless is still unforgettable even years later. But here's my question. If you were in Hiccup's place, would you slay the dragon like everyone else, or take the risk and try to train it? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear them. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to hit subscribe, because in the future, we'll be diving into plenty more exciting videos about movies, stories, and the worlds that inspire us. Don't forget to share this with your friends so they can join the adventure too. Thank you for watching.